Namaste, yogis. I'm Carter. Welcome to your practice. Today we are doing a practice where we are doing no inversions at all. So no forward folds, nothing with the head below the heart. And this is good for anyone that has a migraine, headache, maybe some congestion, or had any surgery or issues with their eyes. So let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, let's start in the middle of our mat. We're gonna root into our left foot, and we're just gonna step our right foot forward. When we get our right foot forward, bend the right knee a little bit, come onto your left toes, send your palms open, and very slowly come off that back foot. So the left toes can barely touch, maybe a little bit of a bounce there, or you can start to lift the leg, and as you lift the leg, lift the heart, almost like an upward facing dog. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. And then if you're a little ambitious today, you can bend and straighten the right knee. Extend your arms out in front of you. This is a variation of Warrior 3. And then when you bend your right knee, step back to your left toes. Arms reach up, Crescent Warrior. Now, if you don't feel balanced, you just move your legs around a little bit. Bend and straighten that front knee. And strengthen the back leg. Twist to the right, open up your arms, and look for your right thumb. Give yourself a big inhale, slow exhale. If you're feeling like your balance is a little unstable today, squeeze your legs together. Slide this right hand behind the back. Some of you may be able to get around your left hip bone. Swivel the left palm up, reach straight up to the sky, and lift your gaze. And now if you do need a little bit more, you can slide that left arm over the left ear. And then we're going to reverse it all. So we're going to come on up. We're going to unwind that arm. We're going to open them up nice and wide. And then we're going to slide that right arm down and up to your Crescent Warrior. Extend the arms out in front of you and spring off that back leg. One more breath here. And then come back down, left foot, left toes, arms reach up. Now, let's swivel that back foot to flatten, arms open up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Soften those toes, relax the arms, swivel the palms up and down, and swivel your gaze over that right hand. Squeezing the legs together, softening the toes, maybe a little bend in the elbows to relax the shoulders. Drop the left arm down, sweep the right arm up. Reverse Warrior. The more you extend your right arm, the more you're going to bend in that right knee. And you can swivel that chin left and right to pick and choose which best suits that neck. Nice. Exhale. Right forearm comes just above the right knee. Swivel the right palm up. Slide that left arm up and over the left ear. So nice and long through the left side body. So what we're focusing on in extended side angle is left side body draws back as if you're trying to get the heart up towards the sky. But when we do that, there's a tendency for that right knee to drop in. Let's invite that out just a little bit towards right pinky toe. One more breath here. And then inhale, come on up. Arms open up nice and wide to Warrior 2. And then we're going to sweep this left hand forward and step the left foot forward in front of your mat. Swivel your palms open. Give the arms and legs a little shake. Take a nice big inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Let's twist left and right. So the arms are like wet noodles. They're going to give the hips a little smack. And you're twisting enough where you almost feel the blood rush to your fingertips. So there is a good velocity of the twist. And then see if you can get those hands a little bit higher towards the rib cage. And then up towards the shoulders. All right, shake out those hands. And then once again, let's come to the middle of our mat. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to step that left foot forward, and we'll come onto the right toes. Swivel your palms towards the front of the mat, lean forward, and again, nice and slowly, so you may come onto your right toes just for your balance, and again, as you lift your right leg, you lift the heart and lift the chin and chest. So you'll start to feel that in the lower back, start to ignite a little strength in here. Again, if you're needing a little bit more, you can bend and straighten that front knee. And then let's extend our arms out in front of us. So that's Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Left knee bends a little bit, come back to your right toes. Arms reach up. So if you happen to flatten that back foot like Warrior 1, see if you can rotate so your pelvis is square to the front of the mat and you're on your right toes. It's more of a balanced pose, but when we twist to the left, if that back foot is rooted, it becomes a little bit of a challenge, all right? So once you're here, squeeze the legs together, twist to the left, open up your arms and look for that left thumb. A moment. You're welcome to stay here, or the left hand behind the back, maybe around the right hip bone. Right arm reaches up. Maybe it slides over that right ear as you find the twist. You're gazing for the right heel underneath that left shoulder. You can sink into that left knee. Another breath here. This practice is not very fast, but very mindful. We're going to reverse it all right? So we're just going to lift those arms up so they're parallel to the long edge of the mat. We're going to drop the left arm down. We're going to sweep it up back to our crescent warrior. We're going to come forward to Warrior 3, bring the back foot off the ground. And then this time we're going to step back to the right toes again. Arms reach up, and then we're going to swivel that back to foot to flatten. Arms open up, Warrior 2, so we're facing towards the left leg. All right. Adjust your stance, make sure you're stable. Swivel the palms up and down, move the shoulders a little bit in their sockets. Soften all 10 toes as the legs squeeze together. And relax your gaze over your left hand. I find that we often move too fast through our warrior poses when we can really settle in and really kind of find our power. Drop the right arm down. Swivel the left palm up. Reach up and over your left ear until you feel like there's a little bit of space in the left rib cage. As you extend and reach with the left arm, that left knee is drawing a little bit forward. Again, you can move the chin in a direction that supports the neck. And then on your exhalation, left forearm comes just above the left knee and you're pushing down into the heel, and that right arm reaches up and over that right ear for an extension through the right side body. So again, we're drawing the whole right side body back like the heart is trying to lift up towards the sky. The left knee presses out towards left pinky toe and the gaze is up. One more big inhale. Slow exhale. Feel the entire body. Inhale. Come back up to Warrior 2. And then we're going to step that right foot forward. So sweep that right hand down and bring it on up. Bring hands to heart center. And then give the hands a little shake, arms a little shake. All right, separate those feet a little bit wider than the hips. Bend the knees, draw the hips all the way down. Malasana or yogi squat. Now, heels up or down, and if you're practicing probably maybe at home or somewhere where if you can't get the heels down, you could grab a chair or a table and you can play a little bit by drawing the hips back to see how it feels. And if the heels are down, we're lifting the heart and dropping the tailbone. So hands can come to heart center. The elbows can be on top of the knees as we practice this extension through the spine. Or we can draw them inside the knees as the elbows come towards the insides of the knees, or opening up through the groins. Give ourselves a breath here. We're lifting the heart, but we're drawing the chin down and back. All right, relax the jaw. We're gonna add a little twist here. I'm gonna give you lots of options. So if this is a challenge for you, maybe stay right here. If you're needing more, you can bring the right hand down, so the right arm's inside the right knee and they're pressing against one another. Left hand to left knee and gently give yourself a twist here. Lift the chin, lift the heart. Options. Straighten the right elbow so the palm comes down and that right shin is pressing against the right tricep. And this gets into that front of that right arm. Could get a little intense. Options here. Left arm could reach up towards the sky. This could get a little dicey too if you're not too open in the front of the chest. Left elbow bends, back of the hand finds the lower back. And then your last option is internally rotating this right arm, sweeping it around the shin and finding the bind. So right hand finds the left hand. So wherever you are, the heart is lifting, the tail is dropping, and we're giving ourselves a breath. Nice. Exhale, let it all go. Hands come to heart center. Come onto your toes. Lift your hips off your heels and very slowly lift yourself all the way up to standing. Heels lower down, palms open up, heel toe the feet together, and give everything a shake. Twist left and right. So I want you to bring your awareness to your lower back here as you move. Making sure that everything stays nice and malleable. All right. So now we're going to do just another little balance pose. We're coming to tree pose. The right foot roots down. The left foot finds the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. And the hands come to heart center. Let's give the thumbs a little press to the heart as we soften the shoulders. Ground through the foot. The right quadricep is engaged and strong. If this is not working for you today, you can always swivel the palms open, but keep the heart open. One more big inhale, slow exhale here. Hands to heart center. If they're not there already, left foot comes down. Roll on top of the right toes. Press the front of the right ankle forward and down. Play a little bit. Shake out that right leg. Hokey pokey if you want to. Only advanced yogis do hokey pokey in the middle of practice. Separate the feet nice and wide. Bend the knees, lower the hips down. Advanced yogis can joke through practice. All right, heels up or down again. Tailbone drops, heart lifts. Soften the shoulders down and away from the ears. If the hands to the ground is better for you, go right ahead. If you want to grab a chair or a table, something you can hold on to so you can lean back a little bit, that's cool too. And then give yourself a moment to be. And if this is work for you, great. If it's too much, come out, come back in, maybe come out and wait, right? Maybe take a break, maybe sit in a comfortable position. If you do need a little bit more, let's take those variations. So left hand down, left shoulder, inside left knee. They press against one another, so there's a little engagement there. Right hand to right knee as you gently twist to the right. And again, this may be enough, and I'm feeling quite a big difference right side, left side. This is much tighter for me in the lower back, so I may not be able to demo those other variations, but let's see how it works. So you can stay here, and if I was practicing, I would. But let's see if we can find it. So straighten the left elbow, left palm comes down towards the floor. So the shin is pressing into the tricep, and you can gently twist here. That's pretty good for me. Right arm reaches up. This is a little bit, that's not too bad. It's definitely giving me some sensation in my lower back. All right, right elbow could bend, right hand finds the lower back. Internally rotate that left arm sweeps around. Now I can't grab the bind here, but left hand searches for the right fingers. And since I can't bind, and if you can't bind, don't stay there. There's no reason for it. And I find that I'm not even gonna reach my arm up. I think I'm gonna stay right here, all right? This is one of the reasons why I try not to demo in class, because what I do doesn't necessarily matter, right? You may be more flexible than me, you may be less flexible. It, again, does not matter. What matters is how does it feel, and are you supporting your need of the body, all right? Unwind everything. Hands to heart center. Again, very slowly come onto your toes. It's a little bit of a balance pose, and then hips off the heels. And slowly, this is working some strength in the legs. Come onto your tippy toes. And then lower the heels down, heel toe your feet together, palms open. Give the legs a little shake and a little twist again. Bring your awareness to your lower back. So for me, that twist is a little much for me, so I really need to make sure that lower back is open and malleable. All right, we're doing tree the other side. Root, left foot. Come onto your right toes. Very slowly take your foot to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Hands to heart center. We're focusing on opening up through the pelvis. Right knee opens, maybe a little external rotation of the left leg. Left leg is strong. Knee can be bent or straight. Again, palms to heart center as thumbs are towards the sternum, or arms can open up. It's a little bit better for you if you're struggling with balance. And give yourself a moment to wherever you're feeling it. Breathe. Hands come to heart center if they're not already. Bring the right foot off. Bring the right foot down. Shake out the left leg. Interlace the fingers. I'm thinking of the next pose. So come onto the tippy toes and roll it around. All right, now interlace your fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bend and straighten the elbows. If the elbows straighten, your next option would be wrists together. And if your wrists are together, your next option is arms a little off the lower back. It's not necessary to get there, but I want you to bring your awareness to the fronts of the shoulders. So once you're there, draw your right ear towards your right shoulder and lift that chin up and down. Left and right. Roll the head back, lift your chin up, wag your jaw, maybe even bring the jaw out a little, and then left and right with the head. And then roll left ear to left shoulder. When we do these neck openers, I want you to focus on this one on the right side, top of the right ear up, shoulder down, rather than squishing the left side. Up and down with the chin, left and right with the chin. And then chin towards the chest, draw the shoulders down and away from the ears, left and right with the head. And then head to neutral, unwind those fingers, give them a little shake. All right, let's go into table pose. So let's bend the knees, bring the knees down, hands underneath shoulders. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. We're gonna find our movement that connects with our breath. So think about your breath pattern being very deep and the body moving a little bit slower to kind of match. So on your inhalation, fill up your lungs, drop the belly, scoop the tailbone up, and lift the chin and chest. Exhale, empty the lungs as you round and squeeze. Do that again, deeper and slower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice, neutral spine. Feet come off the ground. Roll the ankles, wiggle the toes, flex the feet. Flip the toes under, bring your knees together, and draw your hips back towards your heels. Flip your toes, your pinky toes out from under. and lengthen the spine. Take your right hand back by your right pinky toe, so you may have to lean back a little bit. Take your left hand on the outside of the right thigh, and as you lean back, gently twist to the right. Gaze towards the right fingertips. Heart is lifting. Inhale back to center and switch it. Left hand back behind you, right hand to the outside left thigh. Heart is lifting, twist. Nice. Inhale, come back to center. Come into table. Lift your feet up. Roll the ankles, wiggle the toes. Now point your toes. Hips towards heels. This is hero's pose. A moment here. Tuck your chin, close your eyes. Relax your jaw. Let's flutter your eyes open. Drop to your left or right hip and sweep your legs around. Bend the knees, bring your feet to the floor. Take your hands behind you. Soles of the feet come together. Scoot your hips towards your heels. Lengthen the spine. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw your belly button towards your heels. Take your hands to your feet, ankles, or shins forward. Now, again, for this practice, I'm really trying to keep the heart, the chin up. So instead of rounding and dropping the head, think inhale, a lot of space from your belly button to the middle of your chest and hinge forward. So the head stays pretty erect up, chin down and back. And you can, for sure, get enough sensation here by pulling the belly button towards the heels. And if you need more, you can flare those elbows out towards the calves, inner thighs, or knees and press a little bit more. Inhale. Come on up. Straighten that left knee and take this right foot over the left leg. Twist to the right. Right hand comes to the floor, and you can take the left hand to the right knee or the crease of the left elbow around the right knee, or you can take that left arm all the way over the left leg. So any variation of twist that works for you. Draw the belly in, gently twist to the right. Heart is lifting, the gaze is down. Breathe. And inhale. Come back to center. Slide this right leg to the right so the sole of your right foot's on the inside of your left leg. You got a little internal rotation under the left thigh. The shoulders square to the left foot and hinge over that straight left leg. And once again, I know it's not a huge inversion to drop the head and round, but think about the long spine as you lift the chin and forward. All right? Squaring the pelvis to the foot as well as the shoulders may give you a little sensation in that lower back. You can flex the foot to wake up the calf and the back of the knee, or you can soften the foot to make sure it's in the hamstring and the glute. Another breath. We're going to spend just a few moments here. Because we're not doing any standing forward folds like we do a lot for the hamstrings, I want to spend a little time here. All right, inhale. Come on up. Straighten that right knee. Bend the left knee. Bring the left foot over the right thigh. Twist to the left hand to the floor by the hip or spine. And again, the right hand can hold the left knee as you twist. You also have the option of taking the crease of the elbow around the knee as you twist. Or maybe taking that right arm up and over as you twist. The inhalation, we're thinking space within the lower back. So we're lifting out of the lower back. The thoracic spine, which is in the middle of the back, and the upper back are the ones that are twisting. The belly draws up and in, the heart is lifting, but the gaze is down. Both arms are working pretty good. Very mindful of if the sensation is supporting the need of the body. That's what we're working. That's what we're finding. Inhale, come back to center. Take that left foot, bring it on the inside of the right thigh. Internally rotate right thigh, square the pelvis and the shoulders to the right foot. And again, as we lengthen, we're creating as much space from the belly button to the middle of the chest, and we're hinging forward. The hands can be underneath the knees. If you reach with the arms, there's a tendency to drop into the front of the chest and shoulders and round, which creates a little bit of a stress in the lower back. So if you're looking like you need more sensation, rather than reaching with the arms, you can either grab a strap, use the biceps to press, or maybe underneath the leg so it's belly button, not just down to the thigh, but down towards the knee as we lengthen. Chin down and back. So the inhalation is lifting the heart, and it's the rotation of the pelvis that gives us the sensation. Then we can manipulate the leg to get different sensation by flexing the foot, maybe rotating the foot in different variations. We can bend and straighten the knee to get the sensation through the glute, lower back, or hamstring. We can press or soften. But again, we're giving ourselves a moment here to feel. If there's any sensation through this opposite knee, slide something underneath the thigh or knee. It could be a block bolster, pillow, whatever you have. A moment here to find that intimacy with the body. What am I working with today? Where do I hold my stress and my tension? Where am I strong? Where am I flexible? Where am I weak? What do I need is always the big question. And within that question, there's curiosity. I'm curious of what happens when I move in certain ways, if I engage or soften or stretch and breathe. A moment. All right, inhale, come on up. And let's extend the left leg out in front. Now we're going to do a seated forward fold. So with the big toes touched, you got about 3 or 4 inches between the heels, so I can move the flesh from under my sit bones. The toes are straight up. And then once again, we're going to lengthen through the spine. Now, if it's hard for you to lengthen through the spine and come forward, you may want to keep the hands behind you. From here, we can keep that heart open, we can keep the front of the chest open, and we just come forward. Again, I'm not concerned, which hopefully you're not concerned, about your range of motion. It's not about flexibility. It's about the sensation as we move through practice. So for me, this is enough with the hands behind my back, but my shoulders are past my hips, so it's safe to say that I could put my hands underneath my legs without rounding the spine. If I'm here and my shoulders are behind my hips, if I reach forward, all of a sudden I round. And there's no reason for it to keep that integrity of the spine nice and long as I come forward. Again, try not to reach unless you have a strap. And if you have a strap, rotate the palms up so you use the biceps to draw forward rather than the shoulders. All right? And again, we have about 4 deep inhalations, exhalations here. It's maybe a little less than a minute, but it gives us enough time to know, do I need to press or relax or soften or adjust? And then inhale. Come on up. Let's bend both knees. And let's take the hands behind us. And we're going to windshield wiper the knees left and right. So take your time by just moving them from side to side to get a sense of where your lower back is. So bring the knees back to center. As you find your way to the flat on your back, we're going to come into happy baby. So both arms reach in between the legs. You can grab shins, ankles, or bottoms of the feet and bring those feet up over the ankles and knees. Nice and wide with those feet, and you can press right knee down, left knee down, or maybe both knees at the same time. Happy baby is just a nice way to find where we are through the hips, the groins, the hamstrings, and with a little playfulness. And when you're feeling like you are ready, shavasana is waiting for you. So heels find the corners of your mat. Externally rotate your thighs so your feet fall open. Swivel the palms up and draw your chin towards your chest. Take a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. For a few moments here, find stillness, surrender and soften as you rest and digest all of that movement. Slowly bring your awareness to your surroundings as your breath deepens. Wiggling the fingers and the toes as you awaken up to your new body. Rolling the wrists and ankles. Very slowly extend the arms up over your head. Stretch. Draw the knees towards the belly. Wrap the arms around the legs and squeeze. Reach your right arm over your head. Roll to your right side. Give yourself a moment to be here now. We're also very lucky to have access to these amazing bodies on this gorgeous planet. Root your hands into the ground. Bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Take your left hand to your heart and take your right hand on top. May we find peace in our hearts, peace in our minds, and peace within our world. Bring the hands together. Take a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. If you like this practice, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments section below. And if you like this practice and want to do the full hour practice, check out yogawithcarter.com and get a free 14-day trial at my recorded class vault. Hope to see you soon. Take care of yourself. Peace.